Hello and welcome to Thoughts on Thursdays. I am Mike Niemchak here on my YouTube channel. I've tried to do a couple of these before through Periscope, and they didn't really work out the way that I thought they would. So I am redoing one of the videos that I tried to do on Periscope on my drive home one night because it was choppy, the signal was in and out, and I honestly just, I could not put that out there on YouTube. It was just so frustrating for me to even watch while editing, let alone put it out there for you guys to try to watch it. So, today what I want to talk to you all about is how to keep your cool. There's a lot of different ways to go about this. One of the ways in which I found to be helpful and useful earlier in the summer was, actually I was inspired by this by attending a laughter yoga class in early July, I want to say. Late June, early July. And it inspired me to try and use this on myself on a daily basis to help keep those serotonin hormones up in my body, right? Those chemicals in my body, serotonin, the happy, the feel-good hormones, right? So the premise behind this is that you laugh and you keep going until the laughter becomes genuine. So you're not forcing a laugh as much as you are imitating laughter. And eventually that becomes genuine laughter. And having others around you, because this is a group setting, you're creating this kind of atmosphere in which you can't help but laugh. They say that laughter is contagious, and I firmly believe that. Just go to one of these laughter classes or try to hold your poker face, so to say, while someone else or a couple of your friends or acquaintances are laughing or chuckling at something, right? At the very least, you're cracking a smile and trying to figure out what the heck are they talking about. So I tried using this, and my biggest thing is when things aren't functioning properly. So a big one for me are computers, since I have been working a lot with them back and forth here, trying to create this webosphere presence, right? When things don't go right, things don't upload, the internet's taking forever to load a page. That's frustrating, and it kind of like, oh, it gets under my skin, and I just can't, ooh, it's like an itch that you can't scratch, and it is burning. The other one that I find myself getting really frustrated at is in traffic, especially when I am behind schedule trying to get somewhere, right? That's when it's the most pressing, and that's when it seems to be that the traffic is the most intense, and people are cutting you off, and blah, 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 blah. So you just try and laugh and change those hormones or the way in which you are feeling. And so I tried doing that for about a month, and you know, it worked kind of in traffic, but then, you know, when something would frustrate me and I was in a public setting, like at a coffee shop working on my computer or somewhere in a public place, it was kind of hard just to kind of burst out laughing. There were times where I kind of liked it because I was like, yeah, people think I'm weird. It was like some kind of weird thing that I really enjoyed, but there was a lot of times where it kind of wasn't the most appropriate thing to do, and it was hard to do. It's a little bit labor intensive to do on a consistent basis. And there were some times where you just couldn't put forth that diaphragmatic effort to make that laughter genuine, right? Or you get so upset that it's just like, no. So here's something that I found that seems to work a little bit better. It's a lot more subtle as far as energy output, and it can be used in a variety of ways and is much more discreet. And that is breathing deeply. Preferably breathing in and out through your nose. And the reason that I say in and out through your nose is because when you do that, especially breathing in through the nose, you are forcing your body to breathe deeper into your belly. So you're not just not only are you breathing deeper into the lower portion of your body, as Elliot Hulse would say, owner of Strength Camp Gym down in St. Petersburg, Florida, awesome YouTube channel, actually very inspired by his YouTube channel. He has a phrase, he says, breathe into your balls. And both as men and women, you can understand where he's coming from when saying that. Breathe deeply, deep down into the bellows, the bottom part, the bowels or the pit of your abdomen. Additionally, if you breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, you're creating this vacuum-like seal, or chi breathing, as some would call it. I have heard and read that when breathing in and out through your nose, you are not only oxygenating your bloodstream that much more, bringing more nitrous oxide into the bloodstream at one time, which dilates your blood vessels or just makes them open up so that more blood can get through at one time and reach the muscles that you need, the brain which you need, and of course, calm you down, recenter, refocus. Because at the end of the day, getting mad and upset about something really doesn't do anybody any good. Now, there are times when it's important, fight or flight, there are times when you need it and need to use that ammo to your advantage. But most times in the environment in which we live in these days, I don't believe that our anger can be properly utilized in most situations. It only ends up festering in our bodies and causing disease, illness, anxiety, which I experienced, and possibly adrenal fatigue, which I also experienced. But I will save that for another Thoughtful Thursday. All right? So I want to leave you with a visual in which I use while I breathe in. It kind of helps. I like painting mental pictures because it helps me kind of delve even deeper into what I'm experiencing, being in the here and now, which is something you really have to hold on to or reintroduce yourself to. So that's why we're here. We're living, we're learning in the moment right here and now. Look towards the future and treasure the past, but be here now. So when I breathe in and out through my nose, when I breathe in, I imagine that I'm breathing in to this egg shape. I don't know why. Maybe there's some kind of deeper meaning behind that. I haven't really checked it out, but I imagine this egg like right below my belly button pretty much, or right behind my belly button, that I try to breathe into and fill up, right? As the diaphragm pushes down, as you breathe in and pushes all the organs in your belly further down your stomach, and then as you breathe out, that diaphragm pushes back up into your lungs, expiring and making the air come out through your nose, preferably. So breathing into the egg in your lower abdominal. I'll see you next week. Keep going, keep growing.